Welcome to the Worldies. Welcome to another worldwide reading for April 2025. Happy birthday to every Aries. Happy birthday, you guys. I hope you enjoy this month and the astrological new year. Let's start with this reading. I'm so sad that summer is over in the southern hemisphere, but I'm sort of happy for the northern hemisphere because you guys need a rest from that ugly winter, unless you like it. I don't like winter that much. Let's start with this reading, and as I did in my last reading, let's go with some urgent messages for my collective. So for you guys, the listeners, they are here, and I'm gonna start with some urgent messages in regards to spiritual development, and in regards could be with health, for example. Okay, so spiritual guides of my collective, you give me some urgent messages or something that you may want to share with my audience. One card. Okay, this is one card. Stress. Yes, in regards to health, you guys, with the stress card, I'm using the Saint Osho Tarot right now. So in this card, there is a monkey, and there is a guy that's trying to play a musical instrument, and at the same time trying to like be on a ball, dancing and taking care of the monkey, and playing with candles. You know, so it's a person that's trying to do a lot of things at the same time. So in regards to your mental health, these could be a card showing that a lot of you probably are of obsessive compulsive behaviors, or this is like somebody that really can just rest until something happens in their lives, like until this monkey pops the bubble on which this guy is standing. Then is the only way that probably that guy is gonna stop. So this call is for you to think about if you're taking care of your body, of your mind especially. And I remind for you that we only have one single attention span. I mean, that we can only focus on one thing at a time. It's not like we can do a lot of things at a time, especially in our minds. Our brains don't actually have the capability to do those things. Like for example, if you want to drive, you cannot text at the same time without risking your attention, because you can only focus on one hard thing at a time. You can do a lot of simple things at the same time, but you cannot do complex tasks, multiple complex tasks at the same time. You're not a computer. So that's the main message that we have with this urgent card. Let me see if I have another one. Oh, okay. So maybe some people here, or at least somebody here, does these things of overstressing themselves and doing a lot of things at the same time because they feel guilty otherwise. Like if they don't do those things, they feel guilty, or they're trying to do something. Oh yeah, something because probably, for example, if somebody has been neglecting or leaving things for later. Now they could be like doing everything in one single day, and they are freaking out because they have to present something tomorrow, or something has to be done now. And yeah, so that's not a good place. And numerologically speaking, this is a 7 and 8, 78. 78. Now let me see if I get one last card. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. Okay. And the card creativity. Creativity. Oh, creativity. Oh, maybe it's because somebody has been trying to do a lot of things alone, and they probably are good at some extent, but this is a reminder that maybe if you do things more creatively, like if you, for example, like maybe the tasks that you're doing or your focus now is more on things like in a process, like I have to do this, and that, and that, and that at the same time, like at the same time. And then the advice is for you maybe to think about how you could do one thing at a time in a very effective and focused way, like prioritizing and doing a list instead of doing everything at the same time, for example. That could be better. But maybe if you have a deadline, for example, for something, then this may be the time for you to recognize that the way that you've been working is not going to be sustainable for a long time, and that it's not okay that you compromise your mental health in that way. That's one urgent message. Let me see another urgent message from my collective. I'm liking this way of doing the monthly readings, like doing some personal, kind of personal reading for you guys, and at the same time then going with the worldwide reading. I like that. Let's do some more urgent messages for my collective, for my audience. Some of you may need to listen to this. Okay. My collective guides. Oh, this pop out very strongly. The Magician. So yes, somebody wants to manifest certain things, and I think you have all the tools to do so. Just remember to think about what will be the consequences, and if for example, if this is for only one person, I don't think it is, obviously. In regards to the previous urgent message, this is calling you to remember that you can make this happen without much stress. Okay, like you can make this happen. And if you're trying to do something that you feel guilty about, like something bad, like I don't know, something bad, like I leave it to that, you know, you name it. If you're doing something that you may regret about it, like maybe try changing your intentions, or you have to know that you will have to carry the consequences subconsciously, like consciously or unconsciously, and maybe you will have to be secretive about it, like you won't be able to even communicate those things. For example, if it is a secret, that you will have to keep those things in your consciousness. That's kind of like the message. But otherwise, if you're trying to do something good, just remember that you don't have to stress so much to do certain things, especially if you know that you can manifest certain things, then you have to trust more on your power. Okay? And remember that every step that you take, that you don't have to do everything at the same time. You can just do one important thing and then move on to the other, and that is going to be more rewarding than trying to do everything at the same time. Okay, one more urgent message. I'm gonna do like 9 urgent messages, like 9 cards. Another card for my collective, spiritual guides. If you want my collective, oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the 7 of Swords. Okay, you guys, if you're trying to do something sneaky, just remember that you don't actually have to do that sneakiness, that you could actually make something better, more strategically, for example. Oh yeah, because you know the 7 in the first part, the 7 with the stress card, and then the 7 of Swords. So there is like obviously a correlation, and then in the first part it was 783. So it's like yeah, something that has to get better, some energy that you learn because of experiences. Okay, and these other urgent messages, I'm using another deck as well. So this is about manifesting something and trying to be strategic, but maybe it is by doing a lot of things at the same time. So maybe you could plan a little bit more and then follow your plans strategically, instead of doing all of those things in your mind and trying to do a lot of things at the same time. Maybe this is a call to trust on your manifesting powers, or that you can manifest something. Okay, one last card. The Page of Wands. Okay, so maybe this message is for someone that is young yet, a young energy, or you want to do things not with a very basic, simple approach. Okay, which is not bad, but I think is obviously not so masterful. Like it is. This card show me that maybe you have to learn a little bit more. Okay, and that it is okay. You have to just keep on exploring the way that you do things and getting better at doing things. Your visions are not wrong, entirely wrong. They're not wrong. The only thing that could be wrong is the way you're approaching it, and maybe because of some emotional frustration, for example, or because you have some certain expectations about how things must go and you want it quickly. It's like, it reminds me to the USA when they do protests and they say, what do we want? This and that. And when do we want it? Now. What do we want? This and that. And when do we want it? Yesterday. And I was like, sorry. Oh, that was funny. So yeah, that doesn't work that well most of the time. Let me see. Another urgent message is 3 more. Okay, 3 more cards. Guides on my collective, give me 1 more card for urgent messages. Guides on my collective, give me 1 more card for my audience today. Okay, I feel like the energy is not so anxious anymore. So maybe you got all your urgent messages. I got 1 card. Oh yeah, okay. So all this stress and wanting to manifest something like very recklessly, and with the Devil card, it comes from emotional struggles, like you want to control, maybe you want to make things happen in a way that's a little bit over controlling, you know. Another urgent message. Another card. The Four of Cups and the Six of Cups, and there we finish. Yeah, and I have in the bottom of the deck the Knight of Wands and the Hangman. So, well, this confirms to me that maybe yeah, like I see an energy that's not so developed in a sense, you know, but in another level is very strong. For example, you may be, or there is an energy of somebody that wants to make things happen very quickly, but at the same time it comes from a very primitive, like Lilith kind of energy, you know. It really reminds me to Lilith. Or, well, with the Devil card, it reminds me to Lilith because it is very primal energy. So it reminds me also to the devil, to someone that, to the dark force, to someone that wants things now, like now, and they scream and they get angry if something doesn't go their way, and then something bad happens and they stress more, and then they feel guilty and they don't want to move with the Four of Cups, and then eventually, thankfully, I think that there is an energy that things are gonna get better, okay? Especially because everything on my right is better than everything on my left. So maybe right now you're focusing on doing things very recklessly, wanting to control a lot, and you may have to do a little bit of shadow work in regards to what are the motivations. You may have some darkness that you have to address, but after that, I think it's mostly because of control issues, temptation maybe, like maybe some kind of addiction or emotional struggle, dependency, codependency, you know. For example, it could be a variety of things. It could be a lot of things. But for example, there could be certain programming or conditioning in your mind or subconscious beliefs that, and also emotional realities of how you grew up or of how you think about things, how you want to work and make things happen, and how you feel like you should make things happen, that maybe you have to keep an eye on, because probably there is another way that's more interesting, more fun, more focused, more relaxing, and more effective. But just wanting to do a lot of things at the same time, wanting to really have an outcome, like a specific outcome, without leaving space for God or for the universe or for other things to happen, and wanting to have something now and not in divine timing. Okay, that's the messages that I have, the urgent messages that I have for you guys today. Maybe it's for someone. If it doesn't resonate, don't take it, just learn from it. And now let's go with the worldly reading, with the worldwide reading of what's gonna happen in the month of April. If you want personal readings, go to my social networks or my website, 11n.com/theworldies/store or just 11n.com, and then follow the links, and you can go send me a WhatsApp message or a message in Instagram, an email, an X message. I don't know how to say that, like DM on X, a Facebook message. Okay. Or you can comment on my videos as well and request one, and then we can make it happen. Okay. I have personal readings in tarot, astrology, numerology for $4. Only $4. You can pay with a variety of methods as well. But now let's go with the monthly reading, worldwide reading of what's gonna happen or what is happening this month of April 2025. And again, happy birthday to the Aries people. Happy birthday and happy new astrological year. Let's see what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna also start with a more spiritual part and then with a more mundane or physical, like outside of everybody's lives. Okay, so let's go with the more spiritual part of what's gonna happen in this month. So a lot of water, earth, and air in this reading. Again, I got the guild card as in the urgent messages, and I have the creator card as well. So yeah, like there is a feeling about the world feeling guilty about what they created. Personally, some other people are gonna be really even though they feel guilty, their energy is starting to feel very strong and confident. So this is like a healing of the guilt, of shame. Yes, so there is this part, at least with the top card on the deck and the bottom card. After I took 4 cards. That's the main energy that's lasting there. And then I think by the start of April, a lot of people is gonna really just get in the flow of their emotions. So I think for good and for bad, a lot of people is gonna be in the flow of their emotions. So yeah, a lot of recklessness, a lot of crying, a lot of getting angry, a lot of succeeding, a lot of letting go, a lot of just a lot of people instead won't be able to just flow this first part of the month. It's going to be very hard. For example, if you don't have Aries energy, and now with Neptune in Aries, it's going to be kind of shocking, I think. For me, it's been kind of shocking this start of the month, like yesterday and today. It's been amazing. It could be because I'm watching a lot of astrology videos, of course, and I'm always learning and listening about what's going on in the news and everywhere. But my dreams have been so vivid these 2 past days, more than as usual, because I actually have a mind Netflix every night. For real, like I don't really need Netflix. My mind is on Netflix all the time. So incredibly, I've been actually dreaming with my clients and with future clients as well. So I don't know, I'm kind of scared about that. Yeah, because they were so vivid. So a lot of people won't be able to flow as easily now, especially because of emotional things. Okay, emotional things in the first part of the month. By the middle part of the month, I think the best part of this energy is that a lot of people is gonna let go and just take things every day. You know, more Aries energies getting into the place. The air signs are gonna, you know, and also with the spring, some flowers really are popping up, starting to pop up very strongly. And yeah, that's what I see, like in regards to the earth, for example. And in the beginning, I think there's gonna be a lot of focus with water. Yeah, for real. In the beginning of the month, a lot of focus of water. And then in the middle of the month, there's gonna be also water and spring, you know, like popping up in outside. I'm getting this very strongly, like in nature, for example. But in regards to human lives, I think there is a lot of people that could be not able to flow, like I said, because they are too attached to the past. But there are gonna be some things that happen in the first part of the month that is gonna be calling them to just flow more. Like, for example, if like we saw in the urgent messages, maybe if, for example, a lot of people want things to happen now and now, probably some things are going to happen that they really have to just let go of that expectation, and they have to just be go with the flow a little bit more. For example, like things would just not happen because of physical matters, like things that we cannot control. And then by the end of the month, I think, you know, I don't like this energy by the end of the month, and especially because the bottom card is guilt, shame, and then by the end of the month is the sadness card. Sadness card, in below in the present energy or the middle of the month energy is like this, not being able to let go of the past. So I think in this month a lot of people is gonna be feeling sad overall, feeling nostalgic, feeling guilty, shame, regretful, like for real. That's the worst side, okay, that I see. And life is calling them to meditate, to get into the, to connect more with their emotions so they can process them. That's what I see. And so yeah, so I think that this month overall is gonna be a month that's very emotionally challenging, especially in the beginning. I don't know, actually no, like I think overall is gonna be emotionally intense and challenging. For people that is not used to connecting with their emotions, it's gonna be scary, shocking, and especially with Neptune in Aries, it's gonna be a little bit crazy, to be honest. With Neptune in Aries as well, and a lot of water, okay, water, emotions, things happening in the oceans as well, and people having to process this. And at the same time, with the earth signs, for example, could be very attached to the past, or there could be just an energy of not being able to move on. And at the same time, a call of life, you know, like life calling us and the universe calling us to address these issues very strongly from within, and by looking at the outside, the beauty of the outside of a spring, for example. But I don't like that much, you know, I don't like this much. But it is what it is, I guess. Okay, let's go. That was more the spiritual side, internal for everybody around the world, like an overall experience, and we may have to face the most strong things. Of course, if you do this thing, okay, there will be, you will be able to flow more and connect with your emotions more, and you could be more able to process this energy. So it's not everything bad. But yeah, I think like some people is gonna have a very bad experience this month, especially emotionally, internally. They cannot even, it's not even, I mean, it's related to the exterior, but it's something very personal, very inner, inside of them. A very personal experience. Okay. So I think for inflexible people, this is not a good month. Okay, let's go. In a lot of Aries energy astrologically, so this is not a good month for being stubborn. Like that's not good. I mean, stubborn in a way, yes. With being flexible, like just doing things as they come, maybe better than wanting to just be very stuck, you know, like keen and stubborn, like a Taurus energy, for example, or a Capricorn, even Aquarius sometimes. I think a more Pisces and more Aries energy could be better this time, which is quite different energies. Let's see. Oh, cool. Wow, okay, I like this. Oh, yeah, I like it like that. I listen to that. Oh, yeah, I like it like that. Yeah, a lot of people, for real, I love this. I like it like that. Okay. Okay, guys, a lot of cups and money. A lot of cups and money, but not so cool. So yeah, in the first part of the month, workers and people that have to do things are gonna be very tired, because with the 10 of Wands in the beginning of the month, I think there's gonna be a lot of things to do in the beginning of the month, and people, some of us are gonna be feeling tired. And in my case, I feel like I need to plan more than do things in the start of the month. I feel called to do that, you know, like I really don't feel like I have much energy so far, and I would like to study more than do things, you know. As an Aries, I think that I'm gonna be doing that, but yeah, like I want to take this month easy because it's my birthday as well. But I think that overall, in the start of the month, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to have to do a lot of things. That are going to be tired with the 10 of Wands. A lot of people is going to be overindulgent with work, trying to, and actually with responsibilities maybe. And there are workers, certain workers, for example, in regards to those that have emergency work-related activities, for example. With the recent earthquake in Asia, near Myanmar and Thailand. So yeah, so I think that those kind of jobs are going to be like, wow. By the start of the month, I see that workers, overall, people doing things, is going to be maybe energetically, every one of us are going to feel like this is a lot to take. Okay. And then in the middle of the month, or the overall energy of the month, I see the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. So this is so weird in compare with the previous energy. This is more like worldwide, like for real, more like what's going on around the world. And I think I would like this to be real, actually. So maybe there will be a lot of happiness between a sense of community, a sense of some things are going well in our families, in our wallets. Please, I really want this to be true. And then in the end of the month is the 9 of Pentacles. So 10, 10, 9. 10, 10, 9 in 10 to 9, 10, 9, 9, 10, 9, 9, 10, 10, 9. You know, so there's a lot of 9, 10, like maybe this month is going to be the start of new opportunities for every one of us, for good opportunities, for new, for creating a family, or maybe the start of what would eventually become a very stable reality for us. And then in the bottom of the deck, of this deck, I have the 7 of Cups, and on the top, I have the 4 of Pentacles. So I think a lot of people is really trying to think on this month what to do, maybe in a long term. For example, with the 10 of Cups, maybe it's going to be how to accumulate or how to create a family. How to accumulate resources so we can create a family that's a family that we actually want, for example. And maybe a lot of people is going to be focusing on really feeling good, of really having a good experience in this world, of being comfortable. And I think that could be a possibility for this month. I would really like this to be true, like the world. I got this song like "We Are Family." Okay, so if something like that happens, but I think this could happen for certain people. Maybe, yeah, it's because of the how do you say, like spring? Sorry for the barking dog, you know. It's because of spring, I think. Like people in the northern hemisphere, in Europe and all those places are really looking. This month is going to be like a month that they can finally rest from winter, for example. They can finally go out and see the sun, for example, and they can finally, like, maybe even use their money, because maybe, like, it's winter, what do you do? Nothing. So maybe, you know, they can go on vacations, like around them, they can just enjoy, start, like, getting a better experience in regards to that. But well, there is always a dark side for our experience on this planet. Obviously, there could be an opposite sense of this. Like, for example, a lot of people is feeling happy, and others are like completely the opposite. Okay, so just have that in mind. So that this could be a month where all our dreams and things like that go to hell, kind of. Like, if it is reverse energy, like some people experience the reverse energy, probably it's gonna be like incredibly challenging, especially in regards to money and connection between people and families, and comfortable lifestyles and savings, and things like that. You know, I would love to be just so positive and say with these cards, I say that the world is gonna be like, we are a family and want to help each other, and because it's been very tough and all that, but I will add some grains of salt to this reading, because I will really love it. God, let's pray for the universe to really manifest this into our lives. If not, help us get out of here. Like, help us go through this. Okay, let's go. This is the last part of the reading. Overall, it's kind of cool. At least I'm gonna try to enjoy this month, because personally it's one of my favorite months. But let's see. There's a lot of Aries energy, and I hope these really positive messages happen. What's gonna happen in this month? What's happening in this month? Yeah, oh, okay, confirmation. Again, the Ten of Cups and the Four of Swords. Confirmation. In the bottom of the deck, I have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups in the bottom of the deck, and then the Queen of Swords on the top of the deck. So I think this month is going to be a month of collective clarity. I really think so. It's going to be a month of finally understanding certain things, especially in a societal level. The Aquarian of the unconscious consciousness, like the collective consciousness, apparently this month is going to be a lot more clear, more certain, but at the same time it could be more cold with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Swords, it could be a little bit harsh collectively. So the collective could be tired of feeling bad, of things going bad, and I think that could be the only way things could be really happy by the end of the month. Maybe by the beginning of the month is going to be the best part, like maybe my birthday. My birthday is going to be the best part. Maybe I will love it. I will love it for me to have a nice birthday. But it's going to be a big full moon on the 15th as well, in Libra, I think. But well, I have the King of Wands, the King of Cups, sorry. The King of Cups, I don't know, a lot of wands in my mind today. The King of Cups in the beginning of the month, then we have the Four of Swords, topping the Ten of Cups, and then the Page of Cups in the end of the month. And then the bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups, and then the Queen of Swords on the top. I think this is an energy of people really having a good emotional experience, at least this month. And for the bad side, of course, there's going to be a lot of emotional manipulation and emotional instability. That's what I see. A lot of manipulation, a lot of coldness, ghosting, and being bitter and things like that. Being like bitchy. Yeah, totally. That's what I see. Okay. But overall, I think like there is a lot of people that's going to be starting new things, new relationships this month, getting to know new people, finding out who is the best social group or who is the real friends, things like that, wanting to be more open to romantic relationships as well, wanting to really go on a vacation with family, maybe, things like that. So I think it's a good reading overall, but in the bad side of things, by the end of the month, it's going to be maybe a lot of sadness in certain spheres of population, especially maybe the younger ones, in regards to love, in regards to sadness because of love. Maybe some guys like some beautiful women and they were rejected or something like that. Yeah, something like that. And then in the first part of the month, a lot of work, a lot of being forced to let things go or to move on or to flow, to being forced to connect with our emotions, for example. And then in the middle of the month, a lot of family energy, a lot of family, community, but not community like the Three of Cups that I see in the overall energy in this last layer, but more like a focus on creating a more peaceful and loving reality in our most close circles of life, like within our friends, within our communities, but those that are closer to us, and there is a sense of community or closeness in the overall collective energy. Okay, that's what I think. And a lot of people maybe is gonna really like start a family, or somebody's gonna get like, they're gonna say like, let's live together. It will be nice. I think we will be better if we live together, some kind of thing, something like that. And yeah, others are gonna be realizing that they could actually start a relationship, like a romantic relationship or a family, and they're gonna start doing that. Okay. Just remember the urgent messages that I have this month, and also the first part of the reading in regards to the sadness and the guilt and shame. So overall, I think this is a month to heal the shame, the sadness of family issues, maybe, of community issues, of having, something like that. It's a month to heal those things, and a month to let us be helped and let us be supported by society, by close relatives as well, things like that. It's a nice month, but I think it would be potentially a very intense, emotionally intense month. And I see a lot of water, so yeah, a lot of water. Nothing badly in regards to financial things. Actually, is very nice, but it could be by the end of the month. Some people that there could be some financial things going on. It looks like it's gonna be a month that's gonna be robust, like strong month in regards to financial things, but at the same time, I think the growth, especially in the financial spheres, would be steady or slow, kind of slow. And yeah, that's what I see, you guys. So thank you for listening and watching to this reading. I'm Ed, your host, and remember, if you want to book personal readings with me, you can do so on my social networks or on the website. You can send me a WhatsApp message or a DM on my social networks, or you can just comment and request for a reading. Remember that I don't send messages and that I don't have any other account, that just the Whirlies, and that you can confirm the official socials on my website, 11and.com. And well, that was the reading. Thank you very much for coming. I'm a little bit tired after all this. I'm a little bit tired. But I wish you a very nice April. For you Aries people, enjoy your birthday, have fun, and don't be too reckless, and enjoy. Have a happy new astrological year for everyone, and let's get together in another reading next month. Thank you very much, and keep on watching my videos on TikTok. Okay, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, and follow me, please. Okay, please follow me, please. Thank you very much. This was the Worldies.